Hello. Oh my goodness, you guys. that was fun. I actually reoriented like this phone that's on this horizontal thing, and suddenly there was a go live button. My browser was like hiding it from me or something. So, yep. That was not fun. Now it's going to be a little harder for me to see comments because it's also got you all squished over here on the side. Heather, I'm so happy to have you here. I am. You are welcome to come join the stream. Do I need to send you another invite? If that's the case. Otherwise, if you just want to hang out and chat, that's fine with me. Yay. Well, I'm sorry, Gail. We don't have live closed captioning, do we? Hello, Pauline. Dana, I'm glad you're here. Hi, Chris. Hi, Eloise. I'm gonna spend some time saying hello. I've got the comments on here so I can read you. We've got Kim and Monica and Cheryl. Gina, if you gotta go to bed, you gotta go to bed. I appreciate you stopping in, though. You know. Hello, Sylvia, Kathy, Cheryl. Did I already say Cheryl? I'm scrolling up. You guys probably said a few things between when you joined and now. Oh my goodness. And June is here. Yes. Everybody's here. Whew. And my sister's here. Hello, Jenny. Oh my goodness. Yes. Finally. Oh, you know what? It's the weekend. and it's working. I was about ready to throw in the towel. I was about to be like, well, I guess we'll try again next week or something. But no, we're not. We can do this now. It's Colleen. Colleen's here too. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. StreamYard doesn't have an Android app. They have one on iPhone. So you have to do it through your browser if you have an Android, which is what both of mine are. So I'm just glad. I'm glad that y'all found your way over here to this live stream, even though the other one was the one that had been scheduled. And oh man, I had Heather in here like trying to help me figure out how to start it. We exited, we came back, we restarted everything. And it wasn't until I flipped this phone and the orientation changed that suddenly there was a button. That's fun. That's super fun. Oh, I am so glad that it's the weekend though. I got my my extras. I really love these seed bead mixes that Rachel puts together from Sam's Bead Box. So I always try to get like the 80 seed bead mix if we've got that, because I like having these bigger beads to play around with. So I got that. I also grabbed these seed bead mixes that they did with they're the winter birthstone inspired, because Danielle Wicks did a really cool design using the birthstone mix gemstone thing and some of these seed beads. So I grabbed these so I could do that project. I'm going to move those out of the way though. And also her little half Tila projects that she's been doing. I grabbed a couple of those mixes. But I thought I would do some easy bracelets because like I just feel like bracelet thingies today. I see everybody saying hello to each other. I'm glad that all of us friends can hang out. But I think maybe, like, I kind of want these to be earrings, but I kind of want them on a bracelet. These little dragonfly guys, you know? And I'm just doing bracelets today. We're going to do easy bracelets. Oh, I know. I know what I'm doing. Maybe like that. These are some really sweet beads. I haven't spent a ton of time playing with them since I got them, so I'm just going to play around with them now. I'll just keep going till I'm done, till I feel like I've done enough of them. Why don't you guys tell me how your week has gone? And if you don't want to talk about it, just say that. That's fine. Me too, Lisa. Yes, thank you, Heather. Heather is a fantastic, fantastic friend. And I'm so glad that I got to meet you through my channel, Heather. Oh, and I wanted to make a bracelet with this one too. These fun Saturn beads or turbine beads. I don't know. Are they Saturns or turbines? Does it matter? Let's get these cathedral beads in here too. These are these cathedral beads that came in, like there was a strand that was an assortment of them. Wait, is that all of them? There's one more. Fantastic. That might be one too many. I can use that as a dangle though. You know what? I'm just going to use the seed beads for this one. Actually, there you go. Let's just do 2 of these. All right. Let's catch up with everyone now that I've got my stuff laid out. All right. So my sister is definitely having a day. I'm sorry, Jenny. But you know what? Day's almost over. And is it a week from today that I'm going to be heading towards your house? Maybe. I'm going to be going to spend some time with my sister next weekend. How do I have 2 cameras at once? I have this phone here pointed at my mat, and I have this phone here pointed at me, and both of them are logged in at the same time, Dana. That's how I do it. 2 cameras at once. It's magic. But I just replaced my my Pixel, which that's Ellen. She's on the front of my phone. That's her being an upside down silly bug. But I just replaced it, so that's what's filming me now. I haven't what is it? I haven't wiped this to send it back. as my trade-in yet, so I just had that so I could log into YouTube and send messages while I was trying to troubleshoot this on here. All right, and Pauline just ordered the 10 Odelicas from Danielle. Doesn't she like put together like the best bead palettes? I love them so much. Oh, and 2 of the bead looms only because of what happened to yours. Well, you probably won't need 2 of them if you aren't a silly Billy like me and just Hulk smashing your way through it. Oh, Heather finally got all of the mandrels shipped. And you know what? If Heather, did you have anybody new asking about them? Because somebody asked in one of my videos about that, and I gave them your email address to see if they could get one, because they were like, how do I get one? Speaking of which, I am going to be using my mandrel. Where the heck is it? Well, I was gonna use it for measuring, but oh, right here, got it. I was gonna be using it. I guess I moved it because I needed room. All right. Husband's plant where he works. What, Sylvia? Holy cow! So is he safe? Are his coworkers safe? Are they okay? I'm sorry, I'm getting caught up. I was putting beads down while you all were chatting. Cheryl keeps seeing beads I've never seen before. You know what? That's the funnest part, is like there are so many different beads. And I end up seeing beads that I haven't seen before quite often, actually. Like all you need to do is put a hole in something shiny or something pretty and you can call it a bead. All right. Are you talking about this one, my new necklace? I felt like wearing it today. This is the one with the GGC box. I don't always get those. Sometimes I get to them very, very late. And I didn't this time. I actually managed to get one, and I was really happy about it. Okay. Okay, so everybody's okay. I'm sorry I'm a little late on the uptake, guys. They are a very good chance to restart, and my sister's just confirming that it is next weekend that I'm going to go see sister. So we're going to have some sister time. I might not be posting as much as I am, but we might have special guest. Maybe. Oh, Pauline, I didn't hear about anything that happened with that. There was another jet that went down? Oh, geez. Yep, you'll be with Amy, I'll be with my sister. I'm so glad that you love looming, Pauline. Oh, and Colleen knows folks. Whew, geez. You know, when it feels like the world is on fire all around us and everything's chaotic, the best thing I know how to do is sit down and make something pretty. So I'm going to do that tonight. But also, like, just holding everybody in our thoughts, guys. So Heather was telling me that several orders saw it on my channel. So, hey, you're welcome. I use it. It's very useful. Oh, man. Oh, Heather is sharing the video. Oh, my sister bought a naked baby, so I think we will do some designing with those while I am visiting with her. What do you guys think? Sister time naked babies? That just feels wrong. Sorry. Oh, man. Jeez. geez, Colleen, that's awful. Oh my goodness. You know, I wasn't even looking at any social media today. I was cooking dinner, spending time with my son, so I had no idea that this happened. Oh, Colleen, you probably know just tons of people who have been affected. Let's make something pretty. Let's do something positive. You know, whenever I see negative stuff out there, I want to put something else positive to help the balance. It's just something that I want to do. Oh, Tina, how are you? I'm sorry that it's scary, Pauline. You know, when things like this happen, I always think about that quote from Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, where when somebody had asked about some terrorist bombing or something terrible happening, he told this kid, he said, look for the helpers, look for the people who are helping. Because it's when things are terrible and we help each other through it that, like, it makes us better and it makes the world better. And, you know, if you can't see a helper, be a helper, you know? Yeah, I'm Dana. That's sort of what I was doing today. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have a Friday. I can find out whatever happened on Monday. So, but it's affecting the folks who are talking to me right now. So I am glad that you brought it up to me, honestly, because I guess it's better to know. But yes, being positive. Let's be helpers. Hello, Jennifer. How are you tonight? We were just talking about the plane that went down in Philadelphia. I didn't know about it, but Pauline and Colleen, hey, you guys, your names rhyme. They know people there, so. Whew. That's right. He was there for so many of us, so we will never forget him. All right. I'm gonna sort of ignore the chat for just a little bit, talk amongst yourselves while I get some beading wire for this. I am sure I have some pink beading wire somewhere. I do, but it is tangled up with some other guy. There we go. Oh, this little washi tape thing was holding these two together. Okay. Yeah, that's the pink tourmaline. It is such a pretty pink color. There's another pink that has been discontinued from Soft Flex that I actually have a spool of, but I am not going to be getting into that for this. There we go. What colors are you looking at? Yeah. That is so true, Heather. There are so many fantastic, wonderful people who have each other's backs in this community. That is 100% the truth. It is multi-purpose washi tape, you're right. All right. You know what? I will worry about doing that after. think for this one, I'm going to pull out these like kind of pearl colored ones. And let's just do 3 between each bead and see if I need to adjust the length after that time. I'm just doing easy bracelets. That's all I'm doing, just a straight, strong bracelet with some seed beads in between my Czech glass beads. That way I can sit and visit and make something pretty with y'all. Wire that's good for beaded flowers. That is a really great question for Dana. Dana makes beaded flowers. Have you guys seen some of her French wire flowers? Tina, that's a very, very good point. Like, why bead tomorrow the things that you can bead today? It is so nice to have folks know who you are, isn't it? Yes, use the good beads too. I'm so sorry, Sylvia. That's like a hole that will never heal. I'm sorry. Heather is going to be doing a live in the Campbell Creators Facebook group tomorrow. She's been doing a few live classes lately. It's been a series that she started doing, just kind of introduction to beading, especially geared toward those who want to start selling their designs and how to price them, how to make adjustments in what you're making so that you can have different price points. And so she's got another class that she's going to be teaching coming up soon. I am so sorry about that, Chris. Even when it's expected to lose a friend is still just incredibly hard. But if it was an unexpected loss, it's a little bit harder, and because you can't wrap your mind really around that thought of the last time you saw them was the last time you'll see them. It can be really difficult, especially if it was a sudden sort of a situation. And I don't know the situation with your friend, but I am sorry, and I hope that when this sort of thing happens, usually I always think of that saying that may their memory be a blessing, because that is the thing, is the memories of your times with them. That's what you can hold on to the most when you are missing your friend. And if you have great memories with them, then yes, their memory is a blessing. All right, and here is the answer to the question. 26 gauge wire for beaded flowers, but sometimes 24 or 28, depending on the part that she's making. Dana, I should get you on my channel for a live so you can teach me how to do sun catchers or some beaded flowers or something like that. I bet we would have a really good time. That's right. That's the silicone bead things that they'll be good gifts for littles. Absolutely. I was telling Heather that I want to use some silicone beads to make little necklaces for my dogs. Because, you know, the silicone beads, you don't have to worry so much about them breaking or things like that. Yeah, community is important. Letting people hold you up is it's a good part of going through the grieving process is letting people hold you up. That is a really, really good point. I think my aunt mentioned when my uncle passed away, she said that each day that she went through life with a little more laughter and a little few less tears, that meant she was going and passing her way through. So, you know, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to still miss them, even years and decades later. But try to find those good things in life too. Uh, the flu will get people, you know. It's one of those things. That's why I get a flu shot every season because I'm like, I am not going to be slowing down. The flu. Oh man. Well, if you came as a guest, you wouldn't have to do the wrangling. I would. Just to let you know. I actually don't know who won. I said they could work that out between themselves. Yeah, that's something that would be really good to know, especially if you're doing the silicone beads for like a dog or something, because they are not gentle with the things that they wear. Ask me about the handmade sweater that I made my dogs that like didn't last for a month. Hello, Verna. I'm glad you could make it and stop in with us. We were just having chats, and I'm just stringing some beads on here. These are beads from the Sam's Bead Box. I got some of their Ado mix so that I can add a few extra things to what I'm making. And I'm just stringing stuff while we chat. I'm stopping every now and again to look at what we've got going on in chat to bring it up. I'm glad to have you here. Yes, where are you moving to? Because there's a few people who are up who are from the East Coast as well. You know what? I was going to keep this extra one out for a dangle, and I forgot all about that. So let's set that aside, but I also need this to be a little bit longer. So I think I'm going to use these bicones, kind of extend that out a little ways, or some of these guys, and or, there we go. Let's do the other side, see how long that is. All right, South Carolina is where you're moving to. Yep. Oh, Cheryl, I appreciate you staying up with me, but if you've got to go, because you're going to turn into a pumpkin, you better get some sleep if you got stuff to do tomorrow. But I do appreciate you staying in here. Just as an announcement to everybody, I will not be offended if you have to go to sleep. I am just happy that you came to visit with me for a little bit tonight and keep me company. I appreciate you. Here's my numbers. There they are. All right, just a little bit longer. Yep, Amy Campbell's going to Tucson. Are you guys going to be doing any lives from there, Heather? Do you know? Will she bring her equipment? Good night, Cheryl. Me too, Tina. That's why I started doing these. Because I found out that there are several of y'all who like to stay up and bead at night. And you know the nice thing about doing it now is that I don't have a lot of competition for other live streams. It's not like, 5 p.m. on a Wednesday. All right, let's close this up and see if that is going to be long enough. Or if it's too long, maybe I'll just keep going and make an anklet. That's going to be too long. Let's take off these extra bicones. Dollar bead box. Oh, they are so pretty, aren't they? All right, if y'all don't want spoilers, look away, because I'm going to show you the earring that I made with the February dollar bead box. So if you don't want spoilers, look away. I'll tell you when it's safe to look again. Here we go. All right. Now it's safe to look, because it's blurry and far away. Great, mostly between 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. Mornings are not my favorite. I mean, same. Mornings are the worst. 100%. The intro song for I have to figure out chords. I have to maybe come up with the actual chorus instead of just the late night beading with Beki or something like that. It's going to take work. I have beads to put together. Oh no. It's way too early. 7 a.m. is way too early. But yeah, I made these earrings today when I unboxed my thing. I'm just checking my size. These are those the mandrels that Heather was talking about. Perfect. A little bit of a loose one, which is totally fine with me. I need to find crimps. They were right here. And then I unboxed things, and then Ziploc baggies of things got set on top of them. Or did I put them in a thing? No, that's not them. You know what? Why don't I try these? Heather had talked to me into getting these easy crimp things. Except it's not the right color of this is silver. This is gold. Where would I have put them? Like, I know I was cleaning up and tidying up, but where would I have put them? I just had this thought of like, oh, go into your like soft flex kit, but I didn't put it in the soft flex kit. You know what? I've got some crimps that I got early on in my beading journey that might work a little bit for this. My son has just come in to see the dogs. He may say hello if he's feeling up to it. All right, so these aren't as good as the soft flex crimps. Oop. I don't know if they'll even work with the magical crimper. So I might just use a regular crimper. Like that. Hey. What? Is that working? Okay. I'm still streaming, right? I can't see comments anymore. I have to turn this over. There they are. Okay, okay. Thanks, Jennifer. I think this this phone just kind of like it readjusted its orientation. And when I turn it back this way, it hides the chat. So maybe I will change my orientation to this. That might. Hello, Danielle. I am having some technical difficulties. And also I can't find my my crimps. But I am glad you're here. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Ugh. I don't like this. How about if I do this? Hello, Hermie. I'm glad you're here. New. Ah. Why can't I see my... What about the other way? How do I swap those guys around? I can't see the comments when I've got it turned this way because the browser hides it. If I set the orientation so it doesn't flip, it also won't flip the camera, and then you'll be looking at my camera sideways. It's just really, really annoying. You know what? Sometimes I've got friends from Australia pop in here, which is fun because it's like 5 p.m. there. No. I'm not happy with this, but that is what it is. This will do for now. You guys can still see what I'm doing, right? I might have to shift everything over here to this side. Oh, wait. This moves this way. I got it. I got it.
Clearly, you need to get a third screen involved.
Clearly, I do need to get a third screen involved. Hello, my son.
Well, good night. I love you.
I love you too. Oh, boy. All right, so I'm going to use some crappy beads, or some crappy crimps that they'll work. But I'm not going to like it. Thanks, Danielle. All right. I'm just going to make a loop on this end for hooking this onto when I'm wearing stuff. And now I've got my, that's where it is. I have to find out where my camera is. So I've got my crimp on here. I'm going to use these taco crimpers. I'm going to start by just giving them a little bit of a bend right here at the first opening. Switching over here to the bend it side to make a little bend. And then turn it to the side. Careful, careful. Give a little bit of a crimp there. And now we're crimped. I am going to need a crimp cover if I use this, though. So see, I do know how to crimp like regular people do. I just don't like it as much as a magical crimper. That's okay. I will find my other crimps at some point, and I will go back to using them. But for now, I will make do with what I have. That's what we do. Where could they have gone? Oh, did I highlight you? And then, there we go. My clamp is hiding half the chat, sorry. Yeah, magical crimpers are 100% my favorite way of crimping. I don't think they're going to work with these crimps, though, because they're really thin-walled, like tin. I think it would actually sort of destroy them a little bit. I can try on some scrap wire. Let me actually just try on some scrap wire real quick before I crimp the rest of this. Yes, like using the soft flex scraps for ball head pins. I'm just going to see if this works, because I do prefer a magical crimper. And these are the right size, but I don't think they're the right composition. They have very thin walls. Well, June, they are, they have a learning curve. So if you don't get it right away, don't give up, because you'll just take some time, practice. Double wire it. Well, I'm going to try it just with a single wire. All right, so I got my corners. On the side. Oh, is it working? Is it holding? That's the question. All right, I can magical crimp these, but I have to be very gentle. Very gentle. I just don't like using crimp covers because I'm not good at putting them on. It's like a whole other piece of equipment that I've got to have on hand whenever I use it. Hold on. I see somebody saying something up to Grandma Gay. Magical crimper on beadle-on crimps. These are not beadle-on crimps. They are some crimps I got when I was just starting out. And they're not super thick-walled. I don't think they're like the worst crimps I've ever had, but they're not the best. So I was just worried that they wouldn't work with the magical crimper, but I got that one to work. Make sure we got some space. Sorry, I'm being really quiet because I'm concentrating. Sometimes you need to concentrate on what you're doing. This end is going to be more awkward, I think. Saw someone talking to my mom. So is my mom here? Is that? No, it's moving along. It is not crimped. Ooh, but now that I've rounded down the corners, I wonder if this will work. Let's find out. Okay, that crimp is good. Yeah, the crimp was moving around, so yeah. Taco crimp. It's taco time. Instead of ravioli time, it's taco time. Double wire crimp. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Yep, I do that too, Jennifer. I'll add a little bit of that. That isn't the problem with these crimps. They are just a little thin-walled, and so the magical crimper is not as good at making them into that smooth little ball, you know? All right. That is one bracelet. We got started a little late, so I'm okay with just doing one bracelet, but I do kind of want to do the second one with the dragonflies and these little starburst squares and this pretty flower. So I can use the other flower in a necklace. For this one, I think I want to use these pink ones, these pink silver lined. Haven't done cross stitch in ages. I have several embroidery projects on the go that I have started and got about halfway through and then got distracted by something else because that's what I do. I think one of the reasons I like jewelry making so much is that I can start a project and finish it before I get distracted by something else. You know what I mean? Oh, counter cross stitch. All right. So let's do, keep forgetting that you're not seeing all of my bead map. Let me move this guy out of the way. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Danielle, you missed it. When I first got on here, I was showing them the other stuff that I got in my little package from Sam's, and it was these guys for your really cool project with the winter birthstone bead mix bracelet that you did. I got some of those so I could make one too. Okay, so I've got some of these pink 8-Os, and then it is a real shame, actually. And then I'm going to pull out these 11-Os, and the 11-Os came in the bead box. I just always like to get the 8-Os too. I don't know, if there was a way to do like an add-on, you know, to just always like pay a little bit more and always have the 8-O, the tube of 8-Os ship with it, so I didn't have to wait for it to ship. I would do that because I get them almost every single month that I get my Sam's bead box. All right, I'm just going to do a couple of these clear ones. I don't know if you guys can even see them. Where's my, there he is. Boop, boop, boop. Focus. No. Focus. There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, Heather, like Danielle's videos are so accessible for being new to doing anything with seed beads or anything like that. They are very accessible for newbies. Definitely start with Danielle's videos. She makes them easy. We did cross stitch, but I also learned embroidery from Mom too, Jenny. All right, now let's do another one of these. And then 2 of these. Oop. And this guy. honestly. This was a gift from Danielle, by the way. It came in my package from her, and it's pink, and that's why I'm using it with this, is because it matches. Yep, beginner peyote is a fun one. Oh, that is a very good question for Danielle. You've been moving your shop over to your new site. Right. Dana, I learn from doing, and sometimes watching works just about as much or as well as learning by doing. But I'm a visual learner, so if there are charts or anything like that, I can usually make sense of what I'm doing. Like when I would do knitting, I would need like a chart for anything like lace or color work or anything like that. In fact, there was a mystery knit along that I was doing once, and the designer just had these lace sections. They're mystery, so you don't know what they are before you get to them, and there are no photos, so you can't follow along. So it's just line by line, written instruction. And I took her written instruction and I made a chart out of it, and I sent it to her, and I'm like, "Hey, I made you a chart." And she ended up sending me the clues about a week early before they were supposed to be released, so I could make charts for the rest of the mystery knit along for her. So it's like, I just knit better when I'm following a chart. But I'm sort of the same way when it's like some of the beading patterns, like the written instructions. I could follow them, but I follow a lot better with a chart. Oh, that's fantastic, Danielle. I think that'll be fun, Heather. Okay. Just gonna put this behind here so you guys can see it a little bit better. And hopefully it doesn't like go out of focus. Hello, Bonnie. I am just stringing some beads on. These are from Sam's bead box. We've got all these lovely pinks and things, and we're just chatting. We're just chatting away into the night, keeping each other company. My fellow night owls, and I'm glad to have you here. So I think you missed the technical difficulties from earlier. I guess my browser was hiding the go live button, and I couldn't figure out how to get it there. Not until I switched my orientation, like I had to do here. It's so weird. Lisa, you know what? I do the same thing with other lives. I will put my phone on a little stand in the kitchen so it doesn't get stuff on it, and just listen to my friends' lives, and I'll wash my hands and dry them off so I can comment sometimes. I'm all done cooking for tonight. Now it's me time. Now it's bead time. Can you guys hear Natalie? She likes to shake her head when her ears get itchy. Natalie, I'm not talking about you, silly girl. It is nice to have. It is so nice to have company, isn't it, Bridget? I love that. I hear that, Leanna. Like, beading has been such a fantastic, wonderful, healing sort of hobby to pick up. I love that. Hello, Anastasia. You are staying up late with us. I'm glad to have you here. Where I am, it is in Austin, Texas, so it is 12:34 a.m. I might sing you good morning at the end of this. But I just want to finish my bracelet before we go. It did take us a little bit of time getting started. You know, I think I'm going to switch my orientation around. I'm going to put these dragonflies closer to this flower and then just have these starbursts on the other side. Or not. No, I don't feel like restringing it. I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad I got it working too, Dana. I was looking forward to it as well. Like I needed some time to just sit and chat and not have like a bunch of pressure or have to spend time editing things afterwards. Just to be able to sit and make some things and hear from my friends, not just talk to you, but hear from you. Because like I love that. Absolutely love that. Ah, the night is young, Jennifer. That's right. So yeah, you and Danielle, you're gonna still be able to get a good sleep tonight, probably. Out on the West Coast. Is that the last one? It is. All right. Is that going to be too long? Probably not. I'm not good at estimating things. That's why I got that mandrel. Well, that's why the mandrel was such a welcome gift. Okay. And I just need 2 more of these clear ones. There's one there. There's one there. All right. I just love that bead mix. It's such a fun and pretty and sparkly well, not sparkly, but you know, feminine, fun, flirty. Sort of a bead mix. All right, let's see how that's doing. Length. Might be a little too long, in fact. All right. That's easy enough to fix. I'll just take off some of these seed beads on the outside here. On either side. Okay, that's going to be a good length. Thank you, Anastasia. Peace and love to you as well. Thank you for popping in and spending some time with us. All right, let's get this crimped. I have to move my head so I can see what I'm doing. So if I bring it over here, nobody's going to see it. Fun, Rilel. That's my sister. You are fun, sweetheart. Oh, Colleen. I love that for you. It's so funny. I am so glad Brittany is doing that. That is such a fun little series. Oh, silly girl. I'm talking to my dog, sorry. Let's get this one in here. That's right. I am definitely going to need to find my good crimps for tomorrow. Although, you know, I guess it's good to get some practice doing other types of crimping, doesn't it? Oh, Colleen. Oh, that is so funny. It works better this way, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. So I can see what I'm doing around my camera. Why aren't you asleep, Natalie? I know the answer to that is because you're not laying next to me, Mom. Tina, that is so sweet. I'm glad that you've got some time that you can spend with him. She's so clever at like just finding some weird beads and then making them cool. Isn't that great? I am glad that you're keeping some fluids down, and you know, I approve of you getting some rest as your sister, as your big sister. Thank you for staying with me for a while tonight, Jen. Don't feel bad about leaving before I'm done. I love you. You know, my oldest, that's the one who came in to say goodnight to me when he was a baby, he was a night owl. And so is my husband, his dad. And so was I. So as a family, we would sleep until like 10 or 11, and I worked swing shift, so I'd come home and hang out with my kid and my husband, and then like 2 a.m. we'd all go to bed. It was a wonderful existence until I gave birth to another son who is a morning person. It ruined everything. Oh, Tina, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What an adventure you've had. All for love. It takes. Oh my gosh, Jennifer. Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah. Well, as long as we all get there eventually, right? As long as we get there eventually, like, you know, I do have to get up in the mornings to work. It sure is terrible, but I do it. Oh. One was a night owl and one was a morning person. And like the worst thing is when they're very small and they're adorable and they come in at like 6 in the morning and they're like, "Good morning, mommy." They're too adorable to murder. It's the worst. I think I am done making bracelets for tonight. I might have made 3 if I didn't have to spend like a half an hour trying to figure out StreamYard today. I appreciate every single one of you who stuck with it and came and found the new live and who popped in to say hi and chat with me and share some of what they've been going through and to just be part of this, to have community, late night community. I appreciate it so much. Oh, yeah. Co-ops are really fun. They're a really good attachment thing. Oh my goodness. Fellow night owls. Well, that's why I started doing this, Danielle, is because I'd be up late beading and other folks would be up late beading. And this way I can just spend some time with y'all. All right, I am going to go. My dog needs me to maybe clean out her ear or something. She's being crazy about that, but I am so grateful to have you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thoughts and prayers for everybody in Philadelphia. Absolutely. We'll be thinking about them. And thank you for spending some time with me. And let's making some pretty things. I'm just scrolling to watch the good nights while I'm giving you some time to good night. How about if I sing good morning to you? Good morning, good morning. We've talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Oh, that's right, Danielle, tomorrow. Seed Bead Saturday. It's, I love, love, love that you do Seed Bead Saturdays and then that there's Silver Silk Sundays. It's such a great way to have beads on the weekends too. I am so glad. Thank you for beading with me. I love that. Good night, guys.